Welcome to part 6 of our web series. In this episode, we'll go behind the scenes in developing an academic program.
Great. What was your experience while developing this program, or say maybe you would have developed a module or two in the program as well? Speaking with other lecturers who are module developers rather, developing the entire program. How was your overall experience?
It's certainly, I should say, developing any program is an interesting experience. I guess the biggest thing usually is that academics like to, put their own spin and their own flavor into developing a program. And whenever you're developing something that's a very diverse program such as this, you're dealing with a lot of people who come from many different backgrounds, who are all experienced academics in their own right and want to demonstrate to students and give to students experience that they themselves have and want to put forward. So there's a lot of discussion together with our developers, our academic developers, on content and directionality. But one thing that we have all worked together and that I particularly have pushed for this is to also try and make the program very fluid and very smooth across all the modules that students will study. So the idea being that students can expect to experience a very similar learning sequence for each individual subject. Everything that they do will look familiar. They will understand where to look, for example, where to look for information on how to be successful in their assessment tasks for a subject. Right?
Yes.
That being said, of course, we've also taken great pains to make sure that assessments are many and varied. Right? That means to say, not everything here is an examination, not everything here is an MCQ quiz where you sit down and answer a couple of questions.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity for students here to experience many different assessment types, from presentations to essay writing to examinations to group work, all sorts of different things. And a big part of that is, again, preparing students for their university studies. The types of assessment that you have in this program and the types of varied interactions with academics that you have in this program ultimately prepare you very well to be a university student and then continue in that kind of learning format when you get into your university subjects.
That adds on to the students' overall development as well, when you
Absolutely,
have a assessment in the program.
Mm.
Great.
That's right.
So it was great to have your insights on the academic or how that works, because maybe being a student I might not know what is going on behind the scenes. I have done exams, I have done with my lessons, and that's it as a student. But what happens behind the scenes, nobody knows, being a student. So that's why your insights were quite helpful. That will bring a good amount of knowledge to the students, how it works and how their academic journey looks like behind the scenes. So maybe your last few words advice to the students in this current situation, how to go about on online learning mode.
Okay, I would say that one thing that I think for a lot of students is very tempting at this moment is to delay their studies. To think, okay, things are difficult now. The world is in a very unpredictable place right now, and that it is difficult to make a decision as to whether you should study or not study. And I would generally say that now is the time to study. Now is the time to do those things that are more difficult. But the reason being, of course, is that everybody else also thinks it's difficult now. Everybody also thinks it's time to play, and that means that you have a head start. You have an opportunity for a head start. When all of this is cleared up and you've just completed your studies, you're there for the new positions that open up, for the jobs that arrive, for to be part of a graduating cohort, which is smaller and is more rare than you would find in other institutions, simply because you've gone ahead now and completed your studies. So I think in terms of coping with all of that, I think now is the time where go ahead with that, knowing with confidence that there is still the support for you to be able to learn and to be able to complete all your studies. There aren't going to be any delays. There's people there to support you. You still have lecturers to engage with. You'll still learn all the things that you need to learn. And you can do that even though things around you in the world are much tougher now than they would otherwise have been.
Yeah, true. That's really, it was very interesting for me as well, being a program advisor. I would also like to get insights on the academic system, how it works. So Thank you so much, Dr. Martin, for joining us today on this web series. It was really interesting.
Not at all. Thank you for having me, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a
Take
good
care.
day.